Hey everybody, welcome to Home Groups, where we apply the message we heard this weekend at FV Church. This weekend, I got to talk about evangelism, looking at the Romans road, 5 verses or so that leads someone in the most important decision they might make in their life, and that's salvation.
Yeah, and you ended up talking about cake.
I love cake.
A lot.
Johanna, thank you for the cake. It's amazing.
Yes, which is something that you love and can easily talk to people about it, share it with people, and invite them along to love it as well. And so that's how we need to be about Jesus too, falling in love with who he is every single day, finding out something new about him, going deeper in your relationship with him, and then sharing that with the people around us.
So the real important thing, as like someone who works with teenagers, I see young people falling deeply, crazily in love very quickly. And when you're a new believer, which I know there's new believers in your group, when you're a new believer, you fall so deeply and quickly in love with Jesus. And for those of us who maybe, I've been a Christian since I was 6 years old. I love seeing that fresh, new, deep
inspiring
love. So in our groups, we would love to hear from the new believers in the room. How are you falling in love with Jesus? This past month or past week, what's something new you've learned about him? Or what's he saying specifically to you as you learn more about him and who he is and what he's saying to you? That's so important to share with a group.
Yeah, and for the old believers in the room, those of you who have been raised in church or believers for 20 years or whatever, what are you doing to keep your faith alive? Are you fasting? Are you figuring out how to pray all over again and really connect with God? Are you studying in new ways? Are you keeping a journal? What is God saying to you right now as you move through maturity? And what does maturity look like in your context? Is it just following all the rules and doing all the right things? Or is it having that living, breathing relationship with God and having him pour back into you? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, so today's all about remembering your first love and remembering what it's like to fall deeply in love with God. I think if we all share something about Jesus and who he is to us, we will all grow because of it.
Yeah, and evangelism comes so much more easily when it comes from that place. When you can talk about your experience with God, how you are falling in love with Jesus, it's so much easier to share it with not only the believers in your circle right now, but those outside that circle as well.
So I think we'll have a great conversation and all learn from each other.
Have a great night, guys.
See you next week.